I mean, single parenting or baby mama, is it a choice? I mean,
Circumstances that circumcise them?
yeah, I mean, you choose
Or
to
is
be
it a free will?
you get, because my sister, in this Nigeria Lagos state that we are in,
Okay. Okay.
it is not a choice. It is not circumstances at
is a
all.
choice?
It's a choice. Do you know why?
I don't know
Because
why.
the money that is in it is a lot.
Hey, that is if you get pregnant for a rich person.
Well,
Abi.
A rich responsible
yeah, right.
Sometimes he doesn't even have to be responsible. Just
for Nigeria.
as long as he has money, he will take care of his child. But then for
Are
some
you
people,
kidding me?
no. For some people, it's like they really didn't have a say in it. It could be they lost a spouse, they lost a
No, that's
partner.
like, yeah, that's
That's-
circumstances
yeah, that's
that made
circumstantial
them. No, that's
single parenting.
different. I'm not
Or you
talking
have,
about
like, a
single
toxic
parent now. I mean,
partner.
do you get?
Mhm.
But sure, you see this baby mamas that is raining now. Like everybody wants to be a baby mama.
No, minus me.
Some people,
I'm
not
not
me
one
too.
of
I'm not. Never. It's never my right. But I mean, right now, because some people say it's not my choice. I did not decide to be a baby mama. It just happened. Like, could happen, my dear.
Well, maybe for some it did. Honestly, for some, I don't think they would. Although I read of who is this? Why are you spreading hands?
Like, are you not the man? Are you not the one doing the thing?
No, I'm compassionate as well.
Towards
Yeah.
whom?
So
Towards whom?
sometimes
see.
in the gathering of the brethren, when we break bread and we share.
What kind of bread are they breaking?
Are
Femi,
I
are
will
we
share
talking
glass.
about the same thing?
I
you
say,
you tend to hear some very callous individuals that just say they went the extra mile, and I mean the extra mile.
To ensure they got pregnant for the guy.
Some will swear on their late mother's grave. Some
What
will,
about their mother
you
that is
know,
alive?
They will say, "I love you, I love you. I see my future with you. You are the best thing that ever happened to me after sliced bread." You know, they say all these sweet things,
And then,
they once they have their way with the lady, they just leave.
yes, communicate themselves.
You understand? So short ladies find out that this guy did not just leave.
He left
Actually
me.
left me with
He
a
left me
He
with
left
a
a
gift.
gift.
You know,
He
you know.
didn't, you came as well, but you didn't go the same way.
You know,
Amen.
Left it
So
again.
so yes, they find themselves in that position. We
Yeah,
can't just-
so in that
yes,
case,
we
it
can't
wasn't
just-
like she planned it.
Yes.
So I think I'm tilting more towards the side of those who did not plan to be single parents.
Sorry.
Let's not categorize.
Do
I
you
don't
know
know.
that some
I don't
ladies will
think you
actually
can. I don't
sit
think you
down
can.
when they meet a man, like they see this man that looking at this man, he has money, one.
Okay, so let me
And
have a
then
child.
let me
for
have
you.
a child. If I have a child with him, I know that I can. They use that thing as emotional blackmailing, really.
That's for a man who cares about your emotions.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but then again, they
Because
use
he
that
can, because he
blackmailing.
can fend for his child and not you.
Now what for now?
Yeah, because he can send the school fees of that child to the school, and he can send an allowance for that child. So if you don't take care of that child, if there's any evidence to show that the money he's sending to you is not going towards the child, it's going towards your human hair,
How many
or
men are
your
doing
trips
that
to the
right
club.
now?
I'm telling you that if a guy does not care about you, nothing you can do. Have triplets for him, my sister, he's still not gonna be available to you.
I'm with her.
Wait,
Actually,
I don't mind to be
no,
alone on this
serious.
matter. First, calm down.
In Nigeria,
I'm not
yes.
saying they are not
How
not
many
guys.
men
I don't know.
has the time
I'm just
actually
saying.
to say that they want the money they send to? Okay, for example, these are our celebrities. For example, say Davido has time to say that a baby mama, he wants to go and be checking. Do they
Because
send?
a part of him still cares about the lady. I'm saying if a guy doesn't care about you, whether you have a child for him or not, he will still not care about you.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Wow.
So for those who choose to be members, look at it very well. Is this
Before you
person?
choose,
Before you
know
choose.
what you are choosing.
Please analyze very well.
I
But
mean,
then,
even on social media, we had, Wizkid. I think a baby mama.
Is there any celebrity that does not have baby mama, Sha?
Ghana boy so far.
Well, we're still waiting
Are
though.
you sure about
I'm
that?
waiting.
Omale so far. Fireboy DML so far.
Sorry.
Hello.
So far, yeah, we're so far, Sha.
He's okay.
So far, yes,
So far. I mean, the boy
far.
is still trying to find his.
He's
person.
okay. Make your points.
So basically, I feel that Nigeria, yes, you can't hold a man to do these things.
You
but
can't.
In Nigeria,
in the Western,
somewhere else. You
Yeah, by
can't.
law you are required. But the funny thing is, even in America, by law you are required to take care of the child,
Yes.
not the child's mother.
And but who is like the guardian or who
Oh,
is?
V.
You don't get what I'm saying? I'm saying that.
Do you know that some ladies
abroad,
actually require that they ask you that you pay them for taking care of your child.
Okay, well, that's now between you and the lady. So that's for baby mamas, right? For those who, whether they planned it or it happened, they became baby mamas. I'm talking about those who lost a spouse to
No,
divorce,
of course,
to death,
of course.
to
They don't
circumstances.
choose
The
that.
partner became, that's what I'm saying. So I'm talking about circumstantial,
Yeah.
side of things where you didn't choose it, but something went wrong between you and your husband. You just couldn't live together anymore, and then you are now a single parent. Of course, the child has another parent, but you are the primary caregiver for that child. So in that case, I want to talk about how those people struggle to find meaningful relationships. Moving on.
It's a lot.
I can imagine.
It's a lot.
I can imagine.
And it's
I know,
not easy.
I know that because at that time when you have your child, maybe it's
Especially
like
from
a
a Yoruba
toddler.
background, you won't have do.
I don't know.
Because
I
the
can't
man
speak for anybody
will be like,
outside.
will be like, okay, so who is going to take care of this? Even if the man is loving you with everything he has, what about his mother? Is she okay with it?
Oh, well, it depends on the man. I mean, if your life is run by your mother, that's left to you. I'm just saying, like, there are men who make their own choices. But then,
Oh my God.
the point I'm trying to make here is, for a woman, for example, there's a woman who, for maybe domestic violence reasons, had to stay away from her husband. And she has a child for him. You see, the first 5 years of that child's life, she's focusing on, oh, let me take care of my child. My child must be alive, must have the best, eat well, dress well,
Yeah.
But then it comes a time where she is truly lonely.
Yes.
Even though she's spending every hour of her waking day taking
the
care of that
child.
child, she
Yeah.
needs companionship.
Yeah.
There's a reason she got married in the first place,
Yeah.
right? And she's craving that. So how do you, as a single mother, find love in the streets of Lagos, in the streets of anywhere?
So,
Really,
Not just
I'll-
single
Lagos,
parenting
even
is
the
not
streets of
easy.
Ibadan.
Not only on the parents, but also on the child.
Yeah.
But then let's start with the parents. How do you fend for yourself? Even as a single dad, the mom was maybe
I beg, leave
responsible.
single dad,
No,
Jare.
single dads go through a lot. A lot. For
Really
those
a
who are
lot.
suffering, I'm not saying for those who maybe they were behaving in the mosquito manner and
Okay.
then they ended up. I'm saying
Okay.
for a man maybe who was
Lost
married to
his
a very
wife.
funny woman,
Yes.
or who lost his wife, or the man was just making life miserable for him and he had to part ways with her. And now he has a child to take care of because the woman cannot take care of her child. She wants to go to the streets.
Yeah.
She's not here for
Yes.
mothering
Yes.
duties.
Yes.
So that kind of man, yeah, she's not here for that. She came to flex. She's a
Yeah.
baby girl.
Yes.
So how does that man fend for that child who is a 5-year-old, 10-year-old, even a teenager, and still find love?
So,
How many single women would say, okay, you have a child, I would still stay with you, or I love you? Because sometimes they hide it.
Yes.
And I don't support it, but I understand why. Because people can judge you from the get-go. They will even get to know who you are, to see the kind of
Person you
you
are,
are,
your
if you have
values and
your
all of that.
exactly. They just
Yeah.
say, single parents, no.
Bye.
But
Yes.
maybe when they get to know you a few months down, no, months is too much, sorry, like a month down the line, and then they say, okay, I really like this person. And then you find out there's a child, then you weigh it. Do I like this person
Enough to take care of
to
this
take care of
child.
their child with them? Because as you are just know that you are marrying or dating a single person, you are co-parenting. If you're not up for that, no, we're not judging you, but don't worry.
Yeah.
Just leave them. Don't say, oh, I love you, but I don't love your child. Are you okay?
Exactly. Let's start with the
I know
women.
you love your child,
Yeah.
but that's not the part of the package.
Let's start with the women, right? See, women of nowadays, right? They are really taking responsibility, and really, I give it to them. They are really trying.
Maybe
I mean,
too much
single.
responsibility, but
Yes.
okay.
They are really trying. A lot of them take like, okay, this is the situation that I find myself in.
Okay.
I have to be responsible for my child.
Yeah.
That's why you see them. I'm not talking about those parents that go about begging people and saying that, oh, there was a day I was going on the road and then one woman stopped me and said, please help me, I'm a single parent. I said, do you know how many single parents that they are commissioners? Do you know how many single parents that are actually, I'm telling you, do you know how many single mothers that are actually doing things
Yeah.
substantial with that? That's not an excuse for you to come and beg for me. So I'll stay there for, I'm not going to give you money.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
not
because
having it.
I'm not
So
like,
you guys are really, passionate about this, discussion. Because I've been trying to talk,
But see something.
and you guys have been drowning me.
Okay, so if
But-
you're as a single
let
father,
let
if
him
you find
talk.
yourself
Let
in a
him.
position as a
Shebi he wants to
single father,
talk.
I have two things to say, right?
Number
one.
The first, I like being practical about things.
Yeah, okay,
Wow,
be practical.
man.
For a guy, a single father,
Yeah.
is that how they call it? It's easier for them.
How?
Have money.
Yeah, too deep.
right? So I
Money doesn't equal. Have
I
money.
have-
Wait, have
Wait,
money.
let me
I
glad I have a
two
question for
cases- I have
him.
two cases for this, right?
One.
The first case is young couple, wife died during childbirth.
Okay.
But the child
Survived.
survived.
Okay.
Actually, the wife did not die during childbirth.
But after,
She usually has complications during childbirth. She finally had this one.
and then she died.
And
Later
then she died.
Much for
Oh
not
my.
pregnant again, but
That's
it's too late for that. But
Yes.
carry on.
Later she died, right? Less than 2 years, he already had another lady in his life.
Okay.
What did he do? What did I see them do?
Okay.
He dropped the child with the grandmother.
Okay.
Is it his own mother, right?
No.
Or the mother
Yeah, so
of
he's
the-
not a single parent then. I
Then
mean, I said a single parent is like the one
that is
who
taking
is
care
the
of the
caregiver, who is
child.
parenting that child.
Yes, that
Yes,
they're living
yes,
together
so
in the same house.
So he had that for
He's
a
a long
while.
distance parent.
Yeah,
Okay.
a long
Oh,
distance.
wow,
So
so
that
we-
is number one.
we have long
That's
distance
number one.
parenting.
Long distance parenting.
Okay.
Then the second one, this man is rich enough to have another woman brought into the family,
Okay.
and for everything he does in this case it's a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and she's now a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like what I do for this teenage girl,
Mm-hmm.
I
do
must
it
do for
the woman.
the woman, and everybody is happy. in
For
their
which
own
teenage
house.
girl? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So wait.
Who is the teenage
Chippy,
girl?
he
I didn't
has
get that.
no-
Who is the
no,
teenage girl?
his own daughter.
His own
So
daughter.
everything he does for the child, he does for the woman. So
Woman
who is
too.
the one his wife or a caregiver?
The one is his wife.
And so why are you
Doesn't
comparing? I mean, you love as a wife, love someone as a child. There's no
Good.
notice for that
Wait,
now.
no. Aside from that, no. So fine. I mean, I understand what you said. He has money. Now we're not looking at people that actually really have money.
Okay.
What about those that are really struggling?
Those who don't have
What
enough
happened
money.
to them? They
Yeah.
don't have enough money. What
And then
should they
even
do?
having money doesn't guarantee that the person you are dating
Exactly.
will care about
Will
your
care
child.
about your child. What if she wants to kill your child
What?
because
That
she
is
wants
it
you?
now. Where,
So
where
I
that
read
comes from?
a story. I read a story where this lady, I don't know why she thought anybody on the internet would agree with her, but some people just think that my feelings are valid. Okay, so she came out to say, oh, she's dating this guy. No, she actually married him.
Okay.
But before she dated him, she was aware he had a child. Now they are married. She's saying the child is annoying her.
Okay, I think I
And she
saw
wants to encourage her husband to send the child to boarding school.
it. I think I saw it.
I want to stone that woman 2 bottles.
Wow.
Because you met this child.
In the house.
It was not a surprise.
You saw it.
This child
You
came
know.
as part of the package. Now you're enjoying
Wow.
the
Full
husband,
package.
but you don't want to enjoy
Enjoy the
the
child.
son that came with the husband.
With
I
the
think she's very selfish. I think she's very delusional. I think she's very not okay. And she actually needs somebody to.
Wow, it's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. Yeah.
No, but it's wrong.
Sorry.
That child has for me a higher level of importance in that man's life
Yes.
than
that's
her.
true. That's
She's
true.
the outsider who became a member of the family in this scenario.
Yeah.
She's not she was not married. Like, do you get my point? The child existed before her. Yeah, let me put it that way.
Yeah.
So if anybody should be worried, it should be you.
That's it.
Not you trying to send the child and say, let him go to boarding school so that we'll see him less often, so I can have my time. Are you okay?
Wow.
So I know that
Okay,
single parents go
wait
through
first.
a lot.
So see, wait.
You can go and date rubbish again after suffering in your first marriage,
Wait,
because what's that?
because you are angry now.
But for-
Wait. See, I can understand because you are not in there with her. We can see it's easy for us to say some things because we are not in those.
Like maybe the
people's
child
shoes.
is troublesome.
Not even troublesome. She
Okay.
did not say that send him or her out of the house.
Send him to boarding school.
boarding
She
school.
used the words, the child is annoying me. Those were her words. I'm not.
Annoying me. That's deep. But then again, going to
She's
boarding
just-
school,
she
she's
said-
just finding a solution for
she's
herself
saying-
anyway.
That's a selfish solution.
That's why I said have money.
Which one is
It's
that?
not about
What's
money.
If you have money-
Who
Oloweko?
says this man doesn't have money?
If you have
What
money,
is it,
you-
this Oloweko?
you send-
You self go and born
you
and
send
be taking
the
care of your child by
to-
yourself
to
and see how it
boarding-
is.
boarding school.
Mm.
But I've seen people that are even the biological parents of children, and they
They
keep
send
saying
them to
that,
boarding
oh,
school. There's nothing wrong with
They
it
keep saying
actually.
that I met my wife before we had our child, so
Mhm.
I have there's always this form of hierarchy that they give that
Mhm.
my
Life is more important, obviously. But I'm saying that in this case, you cannot say the child should excuse you to make yourself feel more comfortable. No, this child is a
But
member of
our
the family.
suggestion is
Don't
not
treat-
bad.
Eh.
Yes,
the
it's
child
not bad.
The child will have the opportunity to start
Yes,
his
it's
or her
not-
own
it's not
family
bad,
at,
really.
at his own due time.
I
Yes,
see.
she wants to
What
enjoy
I
her
would like to-
marriage.
what I would like to
Yeah.
ask, what I would like to ask is for the single mothers,
Mhm.
right? when she meets a suitor, right, someone that she finds, should she just come out outright and say, "Oh, I have a child," or
I
should
don't
she?
think the
Should
first,
she
the
let?
first date.
Should not have that kind of
Maybe
information.
not.
That's too much information.
Maybe
on
not.
the
First of all,
first
it's
date.
not his business. You don't even know what his intentions are. So no, you're not just so quick to say it. I mean, you can't just
And you
go
know,
everywhere and announce,
I think
oh, I
I
have a child, I have a
understand
child.
the
No.
women that
Then you-
always
then you
let
can-
them know
then you
first,
can
because
have-
sometimes some men will be like, at least you should have told me from the
You don't
beginning.
get. I'm saying until he has declared his intentions. Why are you telling him?
No.
So that
Wait,
is like,
sometimes
so
it's
you are not
necessary.
alone. There is a baggage you are bringing. Why
The
did
child
you?
is a baggage.
Some people see it as a
Oh,
baggage.
yes, it is.
It's not easy in this street of Lagos and Nigeria.
Oh,
as a
Mother
whole.
Teresa.
It's not
Yes.
about what I'm just saying. Like,
It's not easy.
should know if you have
It's
a
not
child.
easy.
I know.
The
of-
child is a part of you.
I know.
That's
Yes.
my point of view.
I
Yes,
know of-
it is.
I know of people.
But
that
some
want
people didn't
to-
see it like that. They
that
call
want
it
to-
baggage because it's an extra
Yes,
on
now.
them.
There are people that
Because
want to-
they know that if
so
I am
so
marrying this
once you
woman,
see-
I'm marrying the entirety of this woman, including the child.
Yes, now.
Or children.
And some want 10 years. Let us first have our romance. Let us be together. Let
Yes.
us travel.
Yes.
And so you find somebody else, then don't stress this single
But
parents now
you
to
see-
marry to
but
leave
you-
their child for you.
but you
No,
see,
now.
this-
That
Why
is a
didn't
matter of
why didn't
choice.
you marry? Why didn't you date or marry somebody who is absolutely single? Okay, so once you know this person has a child, think about it. Do I want to be part of their family?
Okay, now let me now put this.
And if you
so
don't
there
want
is
to, you
somebody.
walk
This
away.
is like a true life story. So this man knew that this girl has a child, right? They got married and all of that. What would you say now? They are married. The guy now said, "Sorry, I cannot take responsibility of your child. The
What did
responsibility
they
is on you."
discuss before getting married?
Some don't discuss. it.
They don't.
No, that's not wise. That is not wise.
For you, it's not wise.
If you have a child-
the way things are happening, see,
Did they rush into the marriage? That's
sister,
my own.
They don't need to rush into marriage. People can be crazy. People can shop craze now.
I don't assume.
People change.
Like, see, okay, if you change.
If I want something
if you
from you,
change-
they can be anything to get it from you.
Okay, so once you now change your mind, I will also change my status.
You
If
can't-
yes,
when
if,
she's married, so they will not be counting husband for her.
let them okay, so you rather stay in the marriage where the child is not loved in
It's
that
not
family.
me that
It's
I'm
not-
talking
no,
about.
No, I'm saying calm down. In
He's
this-
saying
in this
that
scenario,
he cannot take
in this
responsibility
scenario,
of the
in this
child.
scenario, I'm saying that before they got married, you should have discussed. As you are marrying me, are you taking responsibility as a co-father or a co-parent to this child? I'm not saying it's a must. I didn't say that. It is not a must. Nobody has to co-parent your child with you. It is not compulsory. But you have to ask the question and have that conversation.
Okay, now
Are you going
she
to
forgot
co-parent?
to ask the
That
question.
is too
Now
bad
she's
for
in.
her.
Okay, fine. No, accepted that it's daft. Now she's in this situation. How will she get out, sister?
It's
What will
try-
she do
it's
now?
try to- So
Why
where is the child's
why
father?
should she even get out?
Where is the child's
Wait,
father?
wait,
dead.
No, it depends on
The
how the
child's
man
father
treating
is
it.
dead.
He's dead.
With
Yes,
or
he's
without?
dead.
And this man that married her, that loves her, is saying he won't take care of her
Is that
child.
he cannot afford
Afford
with,
to
to
based
take
on
care
what?
of the child right now.
with or without that man.
that
So
she
maybe
has
later.
to take
With or without that
responsibility
man,
of that
she
child.
would have taken care of the child.
Of course.
With or without the man, she would have taken care of the man. Of
I
the
am
child.
saying that if you're coming into my life knowing that I am a single mother and we have the conversation and you say you're going to co-parent that child with me, you will
Me,
co-parent
I'm
that child
saying
with
that.
There was no
wait,
and if you
discussion.
hold on,
there was
hold
no
on,
discussion.
hold on, and I'm saying if you will not co-parent that child, don't co-parent that child, whether the father of that child is alive or not. I know my sister as a mother, but I'm just saying that if you love somebody, you love their baggage, like you said,
Oh yes.
because nobody is perfect. This
Yes,
person that
true.
you married probably has a short temper, or they do things that you're not very comfortable with, but you wait. Okay, this person is more good than bad for me. Okay, so why didn't you add that child to the bad part and say I will also accommodate this child as an excess? Why?
You know that
Why?
it's only-
Hold
you
on.
that are thinking this
Hold
way.
on. Why do you have to? Why should you say to a single mother that you married that you would not take care of her child?
Probably the school
Eh,
fees is
it's-
one of those school fees where
That is
the
very
school is,
high.
surrounded
Okay,
by water.
see, it still
What?
it goes down to the intent. Are you saying this because you don't care or because you cannot afford
No,
to?
not I don't care.
You can't
He's
afford
saying that I currently, do you
Cannot
hear what I said?
afford to.
Cannot afford. So the woman they vex say, "Ah, why would you be saying that you cannot afford to take care of him of which you already know from the start that I have a child. I already told you
It's not
that
even
what
about that
I
now.
need
Why can't
is
he-
someone
why can't
that
he
can
afford-
help me
Okay,
to
to
like
raise
take-
this child.
to raise this
So
child
those
together.
were her expectations.
Yes, now
When they got
is
married.
now they are now married. 2 years down the line, right? You now came that babe, I don't think I can currently take care of this
But
child.
then she will take care of her child.
Exactly now.
That's the point.
I'm not see.
Now,
Either way,
she's
she was
angry
taking
right
care of
now.
the
She
child.
doesn't know.
Well, I don't know about your anger. I'm just saying, like, if it was
You
really
are
important
just
to you, no. If it was really important to you, you should have said it beforehand.
She
Would you
said
co-parent
it
this child with
too.
me or not? Because if it was your child and you had financial struggles, you would find a way to take care of that child. Yes or no? I'm asking.
Me,
yes.
If it was your child and you're going through a downtime in your business, are you saying the child will leave the house, or you say, my dear, at this point,
I don't think-
I'm not longer that
For me, I feel like the man is actually very selfish.
wow.
in this scenario.
He is very selfish. You
In
are
this
selfish.
scenario, if it
Yes,
is your
because
child
how would
and you're
you
going
say
through a downtime,
that?
would you
How
say-
would why are you looking like that? He's selfish.
So-
After 2 years, it's not if it was 6 months into the marriage.
I
I
like-
mean, I can understand. But why would you just wake up
If-
one morning
if-
and
if
say
he
you can
genuinely-
currently? And I
if
ask
he
you, what's the
genuinely-
question? See, this lady, she's helping in the house. She is not. You are not the only person.
She's not the sole provider.
Yes. Both of you are doing things together, and then the only thing, one of the things that you do is to pay the boy's school fees and
Okay.
then just take care of him like a father should, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, and she is asking you why. You said you just can't. You are not the father of the child.
No, you said you can't
But
afford it.
No.
he can't afford it. Yes, he said he can't afford it.
Afford
and
it financially, or like he's not willing to anymore.
He's not willing to anymore.
Also, that's different now.
He's
I
not
thought you
willing
meant-
to.
I thought you meant
If he
you
can't,
He said, "I can't
even
afford
if he
this."
can't afford it, if he cannot afford it financially,
That's
to say, okay, at
selfishness.
this point, I cannot pay this child's school fees because I'm going through a downtime in
No,
business,
downtime,
or an
oh.
investment went wrong or something.
No.
It is okay.
So yes.
Because people go through things in
Yes.
life. As even as parents, your own children, at times where you may struggle
Oh yes.
to fend for them.
Oh yes.
But the attitude,
So I felt it was a case of private school. Then the man said, I can't afford this. So tell
no,
you
from what she
Let us-
explained,
let us
No,
take
it
you
is
no.
willingness to.
It's willingness to.
it-
Like, why would you wait 2 years?
to maybe
It doesn't
as-
make any sense. Why do you have
Did she
to
have,
wait
did she have
2
a
years?
child for him?
No, not yet.
Not yet, at the time, not yet.
Not yet. So
It's
I'm
okay.
thinking that maybe it might be that he also wants a child of his own.
Mhm.
Maybe that might not be it, but maybe because it's possible that some men, when they're like, how would I be taking care of only this child since if my own was part of this now, I can,
It's still a
I'm
very
just saying-
small-minded thinking. But then at the end of the
Exactly.
day, it's you that know who you marry, and you have your eyes to choose very well. You open your two eyes, and if you choose to involve yourself in a mutual agreement with a mad person,
Wow,
you see
wow,
terrible
wow.
things. And that's the truth. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying, like, to the best of your knowledge, ask all the right questions. Know everything you need to know. Ask the sensitive and the mind-boggling questions. It will expose how the person thinks.
Oh, how
to
about
you.
the women and it's not everybody that can actually sit you down and ask you some deep questions, even though they know they need to ask.
Okay, so if you have a need,
if
if you have a need,
I know that growing
see,
up,
if you have a need
my
and you
brother
don't
and
communicate the
there was
need,
a point in which my father said, "Woman, the way these children are eating, they will ruin us."
Mhm.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
yes, and we are his biological children.
Eh,
So will she ask him that?
See,
Oh,
let me tell you something.
when my child starts eating,
no, I'm not. No, see, you cannot have a question for every situation.
Exactly.
But you can know how somebody thinks.
Yeah.
So, as your father is saying, "Our money they eat too much,"
Yes.
will he then say you should only eat 1 meal a day? He won't starve you, but he will regulate your meals. That's what the
Exactly.
parents does.
Use it. Yeah.
Regulating your meals and starving you are two different things.
Oh yes.
That's
You
what I'm
understand now.
saying.
Like,
Yes.
you
But if
get
you
it.
already know from asking you a question that he thinks some form of comfort is too much, you already know from when you talk to him. Some people believe that suffering is part of life. Let's also talk about how some people would rather be single than to endure a toxic, for lack of a better word, I know that word has been overflowed, but toxic
Yes.
marriage. These are real life examples that I'm about to give. So there's a couple who have stayed together for 35 years.
35
Everybody says, they've been through so many, challenges, and they are still together.
Together.
But when you meet their children, they wish their parents had split several years ago because the
Wow.
trauma is on them.
Wow.
They see their parents fight, they see their parents curse each other, they see their parents make life hard for each other. they don't want that. They're not even enjoying it because when your daddy and mommy are always fighting, who is now going to love you?
Abi.
So there's that.
And
There's that. And then there are those who have walked away from their partner for their own sanity and for their own well-being and say, instead of me, for me to die, I'm going to walk away alive.
Yeah.
And they raise their children alone. And because of their children seeing that they had the courage to walk away when it became
Tough.
not tough. That tough marriages have tough times. When it became, let me say, deadly.
Yeah.
Deadly.
I get you.
You get
I-
the choke to the point of death.
Yes.
Yeah, if my father can walk away from an abusive woman who almost killed him, then I should not endure rubbish. So there are two ways to see it.
Exactly.
There are two
So
ways
you
to
want to
see
say
it.
something? Please let's allow him to say
I'm so
something.
sorry. Say it.
Yeah, say talk.
35 years and the two of them are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting some things right.
Like what?
Like what? Like managing.
Like
Like
what?
enjoy. Like see the fact that they are putting.
You see,
See,
the reason of not
it is
letting
to the outside.
Like because what
It
would
is
you
to
say
the
that?
outside that they had a home. To outsiders, people
But
who
we
are
are
living in the
inside,
house
we know
are
what is
saying that
going
don't
on.
be together. It didn't pay us. You people should go your separate ways. We are suffering for this.
So even the children that you so claim that are saying
They are
all these
suffering
things, all
in the
these
marriage.
35 years of marriage, those children should have been above 20 by now.
So are you saying that so because
So,
of that they should go and get an apartment on their own?
From their experience, they know what they do not want their marriage to be like.
Okay.
Yes. So from the bad you take the good.
Do you know
Right?
that there are some singles right now?
Now,
They cannot be
now,
in a relationship because
know
of their
this,
parents.
Know this
but
and
because
no
of what they
peace.
get from their parents.
Know this and no peace.
Okay.
Marriage is not a bed of roses.
Hallelujah.
Right?
We know.
Wedding is the sweet part. Marriage is reality.
Marriage can also be sweet, even in reality.
Yes.
We're not saying you won't have downtime.
It is a mixture
of
of everything. The only reason why I would say leave the marriage is when they start to give you Mike Tyson.
Okay, so what if
You get me?
Yeah. So
You get me?
No.
Now,
you are
if you are-
acknowledging physical abuse. You are neglecting financial,
Mental
emotional, and
abuse.
verbal abuse.
You rough it out.
Wow.
You rough it
Femi,
out.
Femi, will you not marry
You
a
say,
woman?
you say,
Will you not, Femi?
you say for better,
Femi, say
for
amen,
worse.
Femi.
For what? Which
Amen.
was?
The
For
for
better for
worse.
better ni.
First of all,
That is wrong.
hello, excuse me. I'm
Which
sorry.
one is
I'm
for
sorry,
better
but
for
but
worse?
just to interject briefly, for better for worse is not in the Bible. It is not. Now, in life, you go through trials and tribulations, but be of good cheer, for God is with you.
Amen.
He is in you and you are in Him, right?
Hallelujah.
But then, if the trial and tribulation want to kill you because of not life now, somebody in particular,
Choose to be
you
stupid.
walk away. I'm asking.
You must-
I mean, if you are married to a woman who nags, who complain, hold on, let me
Complain
finish the
all
question.
the time.
Who complains, who belittles your every achievement to you, to your family members, to your children, has no respect for you, home and abroad. They're telling me you stay married to that, but they're roughing it out.
If I have children with her, I might.
Ha!
Okay, that's Femi. That's Femi's choice. Ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen, that's
Wow.
Femi's choice.
Wow.
All right, so we would.
Femi.
we will continue this conversation in the comment section. Let
Yes,
us know
please.
what
do you
think.
think?
Rough it out.
the struggle.
Are you going to rough it out or
The
you're
struggles
going
of single
know,
parenting.
jackpot?
Please, let's talk about it. If you're a single parent or you know anybody who is a single parent, challenges they go through, what you think. I mean, any advice you have for anybody who is going
Yes,
through this, please let us know
please,
in
let
the
us
comment
know in
section.
the-
We look
yeah.
forward to hearing
from you?
See you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.